Ted, don't eat too much sweets, dear.
Grandma, it tastes so good.
But my dear, eating too much of sweets will decay your tooth and create worms in your stomach.
But Grandma, I want to eat all of the tasty sweets.
Okay, dear. Listen, I'll tell you a story. A farmer lived in a village. He was very hardworking and was happy with what he earned. Once a sage visited the farmer's house. The sage was pleased with the farmer's hospitality and gifted him a magical hen. The hen used to lay a golden egg every day. The farmer sold these golden eggs and earned lots of money. He fulfilled all the necessary requirements of his family. Gradually, he became one of the richest person in the village. He was the owner of a new house, many horses, a vast land, cows, and buffaloes. One day, the farmer's wife thought, "Every day the hen lays only one egg. I'm tired of waiting every day for only one egg and selling it. She must be having so many eggs in her stomach." She put forth her view and suggested her husband, "I want to take out all the eggs from her stomach instead of waiting for one egg every day." After a thorough discussion, the farmer agreed to the wife's decision. Yes, this would be right, but how is that possible? How do we take out all those eggs? His wife replied, "I have an idea. It's very simple. Let's cut the stomach of the hen and take out all the eggs at once. In this way, we will earn a lot of money by selling whole eggs and become the richest person in town." Both caught hold of the hen and killed it. But surprisingly, they didn't get anything inside the stomach. Because of their greed, they had neither the hen nor the eggs. Now you know why we should not be greedy. Excess is always bad.
Yes, Grandma. Now I realized.
Ted, your body is warm because of the exercise. Don't drink cold water or else you will get cold.
Grandma, please. I'm very thirsty. I have to drink this water. Don't worry. Nothing will happen to me.
Small children should not be adamant and should always listen to the elders. Okay, listen. I'll tell you a story. Once upon a time, in a village near the kingdom of Pratapgarth, lived a father and a son who were expert drummers. They were well known for their drumming skills across the kingdom. But the son often didn't listen to his father's instructions. So the father got angry with him often, yet he was very proud with his son's drumming skills. Once the king of Pratapgarth asked members of his parliament that he wants to see a performance of the most talented artist of his kingdom. The father and his son were invited to play at the king's court. They gave the best of their performance. The king was very delighted with the drummer's son's exceptional talent and rewarded them. The father and the son were very happy for such an honor and reward. On their way back to home, they had to pass through a dense forest, which was dangerous because of the dacoits. The father was very happy and praised son for his excellent performance, charged by which the son suddenly started playing his drum loudly. The father got scared and asked his son to stop playing the drum immediately, as the jungle was full of dacoits. The son was overconfident and said, "Don't worry, father, just relax. I'll play a marital bliss to scare them off." As expected, the dacoits of the jungle got alert hearing the loud drumming, but they decided not to go out towards the same, as they thought it must be a royal party hunting in the forest. The father continued to restrict his son from playing his drum, but ignoring his advice, the son continued with his drumming. In the meanwhile, the dacoits understood that someone was misleading them because they heard that the beats were not proper. Then it was clear that it was not a royal party hunting out there. Rather, it must be a fool who has earned a lot of money and is quite happy with his earning. And hence, they decided to attack them instantly. They found the father and the son quickly and attacked them with bows and spears. Thus, the dacoits snatched all the rewards which they had earned at the king's court and left the drummer and his son empty-handed. Now you understand why you should listen to the elders' advices?
You are so good, Granny. I'll always listen to you.
Dear children, is something wrong? Why are you upset? And what are you talking about?
Grandma, I have a situation at school and I don't know how to handle it. Even Ted can't tell me for sure what I should do.
Tell me the situation, dear. I will try to help you out.
Today at school, I couldn't find my pen. I thought someone had stolen it and I complained to my teacher. My teacher asked everyone in my class about it, but nobody said anything. Now the teacher has given everyone a day to confess, or the whole class will be punished tomorrow.
That's
not all, Grandma. When I reached home today, the pen was on my table. I forgot to put it in my bag this morning. If I tell the teacher about it, I will surely be punished. And if I don't tell him, the whole class will be punished. Now I don't know what to do. Please, tell me what I should do.
I think you should decide it yourself. I can only help by telling you a story. Once, in a thick forest, there lived a flock of monkeys on a mango tree. They had a noble king, and thus all of them led a peaceful life. They made sure that not a single fruit fell into the river. But, despite all the caution, one day a juicy, ripe mango fell into the river. The Monkey King sensed danger. He alerted all the monkeys and said, "Friends, we have been living happily on this mango tree for years, but I expect trouble soon. Humans have never tasted the mango fruit before. Once they taste it, it will become dangerous for us to live here." The monkeys got scared, but the Monkey King asked everyone not to panic. A fisherman got the fruit from the river along with his fish. He had never seen a mango before. He decided to show it to the king, so he set off for the king's palace. The king was a curious person. He inquired about the fruit from his minister. "That's the rare mango, Your Majesty. It is very tasty and grows in deep forest," the minister replied. The next day, the king and his soldiers went into the forest in search of mangoes. Seeing the troops, the monkeys were scared and confused. They started screaming loudly. The king ordered to kill the monkeys so that they could eat monkeys' flesh along with the mangoes. Hearing this, the Monkey King asked everyone to keep patience and thought of a way out. According to the plan, the monkeys had to reach the fig tree on the other side of the river for safety. The Monkey King advised all the monkeys to go to the mango tree near the river. Then he tied one end of a long creeper to the mango tree and tied the other end to his waist. He crossed the river with a lot of difficulty and managed to catch the branch of the fig tree. As per the instructions, all the monkeys, one by one, went across to the other side safely, except a wicked monkey who had never liked his king. The wicked monkey, after crossing the river, ruthlessly jumped with all his might and kicked the Monkey King. The creeper snapped, and the Monkey King fell down. He fell on a rock and broke his head. On the other side of the river, the king was watching this whole incident. He felt pity for the Monkey King and came forward to help. But the Monkey King pleaded the king to leave him alone and said that he was happy that all his subjects were safe. Saying this, the Monkey King died.
Thank you, Grandma. I have decided that tomorrow I shall tell the truth to my teacher. I don't care if I get punished or not, but the entire class should not be punished.
I am so glad I could help you decide. Now go to sleep, all of you. Tomorrow shall be a new day.
The same gaming console that Sam has.
But my dear, you already have one. We can think of it later.
No, Grandma. I want it at any cost.
Do you know why you say that? Listen. A crow lived in the forest. He was totally satisfied with his life. One day he saw a swan and expressed his thoughts. You are so white, and I am so black. You must be the happiest bird in the world. The swan replied, I was feeling such until I saw a parrot, which has 2 colors. I now think the parrot is the happiest bird in creation. The crow then went to the parrot and approached for his happiness. The parrot said, I led a very satisfied life until I saw a peacock. I have only 2 colors, but the peacock has multiple colors. The crow got confused and visited the zoo. Seeing the beauty of the peacock, the crow became astonished. He went near the peacock and admired his beauty. You are so beautiful that thousands of people come to see you every day. When people see me, they immediately shoo me away. I think you are the happiest bird in the world. The peacock replied, I also used to think the same while roaming freely in the forest. But one day I was captured only because of my beauty. I am now entrapped in this zoo. If you visit the entire zoo, you will find swan, parrot, cuckoo, pigeon, and every other colorful bird in cages. I have realized that the crow is the only bird not kept in a cage. So, I have been thinking for past few days that if I were a crow, I could fly happily in the open sky. It happens with everybody. We don't value what God has given us and are always busy comparing ourselves with others. This all leads to the cycle of unhappiness. A person who is satisfied with what he has is the happiest person in the world. The crow realized his mistake and thanked God for making him as he is and flew away happily. See? Learn to be happy in what you have instead of looking at what you don't have.
Yes, Grandma. Now I understand there will always be someone who will have more or less than we have. But what we have is enough to be happy.
Ted and Zoe, which money are you talking of?
Granny, Actually, we bought some candies today. The shopkeeper mistakenly gave me some extra pennies, and we're discussing how to spend this money.
No, my dear, this is not fair. Do not covet something that is not yours. Go immediately and return his money.
No, Granny, we can't. This money is ours.
Good kids do not insist. Okay, listen. I'll tell you a story. Sophia was very good at her studies. She did her work neatly and was always polite and helpful to everybody. Everybody in the class loved her and admired her. One morning when Sophia entered the class, all the children were gathered around Tina and was admiring her new pen. Sophia also saw the pen. It was excellent. In the meantime, the bell rang and everybody rushed downstairs for the assembly gathering. While the children were making their lines for the assembly, their teacher asked Sophia to bring some chalk from the classroom. When Sophia entered the class, she could not stop herself from peeping into Tina's bag. She wanted to see that pen. Just then, she saw Emily entering the class because she was not feeling well. In a hurry, Sophia quickly put the pen in her pocket and ran out with the chalk pieces in her hand. After returning to the class, Tina started searching for her pen. She informed the class teacher about the missing pen. Miss Green came to know that Emily was in the class during the assembly. Miss Green searched her bag, but could not find the pen. She scolded Emily for stealing and gave her a day's time to tell the truth. Now Sophia was too afraid to get up and give the pen to Tina. As a sensitive child, Sophia spent a sleepless night thinking about the day. She could not forget Emily's face when Miss Green had accused her for no fault of hers. So she decided that she would keep the pen back in Tina's bag the next morning. When Sophia reached school, she saw Emily sitting very sad. She assured Emily by saying maybe somebody will keep the pen back. But everybody will think that I have kept it back, Emily replied sadly. When Miss Green entered the class, she called Emily. Before Emily could get up, Sophia got up and accepted her mistake. She apologized and promised not to do something like this again. Instead of getting angry, Miss Green applauded Sophia for telling the truth in front of the class. Sophia was happy to have learned her lesson.
Grandma, we got it.
From now on, we will not covet others'
belongings.
Why should I clean the wardrobe and keep the rack in order? Why didn't you ask Zoe to do it?
But my dear, you both are using this room, and it's your equal responsibility to keep the room neat and clean. I have asked Joe to help you in cleaning.
No, Grandma. No way. I don't feel like it's my responsibility.
Let me tell you a story, and then you decide it for yourself. There lived a hare and a tortoise in the forest. One day they planned for a race. Accordingly, the day was fixed for the race. The hare reminded the tortoise, "Dear tortoise, today is Monday, and we have to start the race after 1 hour." Tortoise replied, "I'm aware of the race and ready for it." The race started, and the hare was off to a quick start. The tortoise was slow as usual, but kept walking. After running for some time, the hare looked back and murmured to himself, "The tortoise is very far behind. I have enough time to take some rest and finish the race." Instead of taking a little rest, the hare fell asleep. By the time the hare woke up, the tortoise had already won the race. The hare could not take the defeat easily and challenged the tortoise for another race. The tortoise agreed, and they decided to continue the race till the lion's cave. As usual, the hare was quick and the tortoise was slow. The hare made no mistakes this time and won the race by a fair distance. Tortoise was furious seeing the hare dancing and said, "Don't be so happy. You haven't won yet. The score is 1-1 and it's a tie. Let's do a decider race and there will be a clear winner." To this the hare replied, "Let's start the race immediately. This time the race will continue till the mountain." And they started the race. A river comes in between the way to the mountain. The rabbit got stunned by the river and said, "What shall I do now? I didn't pay attention in hastiness that I have to cross the river in order to reach the mountain." While the hare was thinking all these, the tortoise easily crossed the river and reached the other end. He realized the hare was helpless and felt bad for him. He came back to the hare and said, "Dear hare, you run fast and I'm slow. We won one race each. We have our strengths and our weaknesses. But together, we can overcome our weaknesses and become stronger. Now, let's win this race together. You sit on my back and we will cross the river." They both crossed the river and won the race together. Did you see how working together makes the job easier?
Yes, Grandma. Now I understand the value of working and winning together.
I'm also ready to help you, Ted.
What happened, my dear? You look upset.
You know, Grandma, I've been assigned to a painting project in my school. I was asked to create a picture with nature's theme, but there is no green color left on my color palette. I have used it all. I don't understand what to do. Can you please help me out?
Haha, my dear, you're so worried about this little thing. There is always some or other way to everything. I'm telling you a story. Listen carefully. It may help you find solution to your problem. Hundreds of years ago, somewhere in Italy, a small businessman owed a large sum of money to a moneylender. The moneylender was a very old and ugly man and wanted to marry the businessman's young, charming daughter, Michelle. The moneylender offered the businessman a deal that all his debt would be completely wiped out if he could marry the businessman's daughter. This proposal was accepted by the businessman with a feeling of revulsion. But Michelle did not want to marry the moneylender and denied to do so. When the moneylender got to know this, he gave a choice to the businessman's daughter, that she would have to pick a pebble from a bag with 2 pebbles inside. And if she would pick the black pebble, the debt would be wiped out completely, but the moneylender would marry her. But if she would pick the white pebble, the debt would be wiped out and the daughter wouldn't have to marry him. The moneylender picked up 2 pebbles from the businessman's garden. While picking up pebbles, Michelle noticed that he picked up 2 black pebbles and placed them into the bag. He then asked the daughter to pick one. The daughter naturally had 3 choices as to what she could have done. First, either to refuse to pick a pebble from the bag. Second, to take both pebbles out of the bag and expose the moneylender for cheating. Or third, to draw out a pebble from the bag and sacrifice herself for her father's freedom. She finally picked a pebble from the bag, and before anyone could see what she picked, she deliberately dropped it into the midst of other pebbles and said to the moneylender, "Oh, it slipped from my hand unknowingly. Never mind, if you look into the bag for the one that is left, you will be able to tell which pebble I picked." The moneylender was sure about the pebble left in the bag was obviously black. And as he didn't want to get exposed, he had to play along as if the pebble the daughter dropped was white. So the moneylender was forced to clear her father's debt. Remember, don't limit yourself to the only options you think you have. Sometimes you have to think out of the box too.
Thanks, Grandma. Instead of thinking about the already finished color, I should start mixing yellow and blue to create the green color.
That's my boy.